When diet is wrong, medicine is of no use. When diet is correct, medicine is of no need. A very warm good evening to everyone. I, Shifa Khan, am going to be your host for this session. Taking inspiration from the above quote, I would like to welcome you all to this fourth workshop where Group B will be involving in a common goal, healthy in, healthy out. As we know, the Little Scholars Social Service Group SETU is thriving constantly since 2015 till date. The previous workshop was the most exciting session because that was all about games. We discovered many interesting things like making paper planes, doing physical activities in a board game, and the last but not least was learning about food, nutrition, and many more with playing cards. Moving forward, today in this session, we will be acquiring knowledge about life cycle of waste. Not taking much time here, handing over the session to our favorable panelists, the exuberant Mr. Pankaj Sehjowalia and the versatile Mrs. Nidhi Nikanj.
Thank you. Thank you, Team Setu and all the students who have done great work in helping and supporting these webinars. So good evening, everyone. Good evening, students. How are you?
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
Fine, sir.
Good to see all of you. And there are some questions regarding games as well. Right. So Nidhi ma'am will join us towards the second half of the session. And the purpose of today's session is actually look at the progress that you have made so far and guide you for your game design, gameplay that you have created so far. Right. So what we are going to do, we are going to start individually with each team, and we'll spend some time, we'll understand the idea, and we'll give inputs, guidance, so that you can further refine your idea for the final submission. Right. With that note, I think we can start by one of the teams. I think there's a question which came, and I can definitely start with that team, and it's Team Anjeer. So Team Anjeer, there's a question that you have asked about that your card games, there are 4 types and there are 23 playing cards. And so would you like to share what you have done so far? Team Anjeer.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is the name of the game, which is ACW, which means Animal Card Wars.
Right.
So it has 4 types of cards. The first one are the main playing cards. The yellow ones.
Right.
And these have different animals in them, like the mouse.
What have you written on the mouse card?
So I've written the details, like its type and scientific name.
Type, scientific name.
And sir, it's strength point, which is for the game.
Okay. What is the full form of SP?
That's strength points.
Strength points. Okay. All right.
So then there are the happy cards. The 6 happy cards, and 5 out of the 6 cards says pick up, make a promise
यार
card.
मम्मी हैप्पी जी ने इतना लेट करवा दिया, मुझसे कभी भी पूछ लेंगे, वो मेरा बना नहीं है.
So here it is, sir. In the make a promise card.
Right. What have you written here?
Sir, make a promise that you will exercise regularly and have a balanced diet.
Okay.
Make a promise that you will plant a tree on your every birthday and take care of it.
All right.
make a promise that you will not spread waste and maintain cleanliness everywhere.
Right.
Make a promise that you will eat food according to the 4 food laws.
Right. Now I want to ask you, what's your name?
Sir Arush Sharma.
Arush. So Arush, so this game that you have created, is it, are there other team members with you?
No, sir, I've done it individually.
Okay. Now, what do you think how this game could be improved before you submit this?
So this could be improved, like if I had more cards, because this game you can only play with 3 players and not more than them.
Right, because you would need more cards, right?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay, that's one that you can, obviously you will have another few days and you can add more cards to this. Another, so beyond, so obviously one is the cards that you'll create number of cards. So you'll increase the quantity. What else can be done so that the game becomes more interesting?
Sir, like I can add some more types of cards that can make you lose the game.
Okay,
Some
right.
unlucky cards.
Right. So, and I also feel you can add visuals. For example, planting a tree on your birthday, then you can actually make a visual. So what kind of, so you can make a drawing
Okay, sir.
on the card, and the information can come maybe, below that drawing that you will create. Right?
Okay.
So what do you think? So what kind of drawing would work for that? Like, let's suppose planting a tree on your birthday. What kind of drawing will you make?
Sir, like a boy wearing a birthday cap near a tree.
Or planting a small, sapling.
Sapling.
Right? So with a
Yes,
birthday cap. So you're very accurate with your answer, and this is what is required. So before you start designing further, like adding more cards, you will refine. You can add more cards for sure, because you would need something where you're also losing the game, right? So one is winning and one is somewhere, you maybe through some actions you have done that somewhere you are not able to, maybe you have to give away. You have to give away your cards, like the strength you mentioned, no, that strength power or strength points.
Yes, sir.
Right? So you have to give your strength points because of some reason. So you have to find that reason.
Okay, sir.
That's one. Another thing is adding drawings, right? So
Yes,
mostly in teams, I think we assume that someone will be good with drawing and they can do it. How about you? Are you comfortable drawing?
Yes, sir. And in the normal playing cards, sir, I have made the drawing of the animal beside it.
Right. That's how you are going to do it. Another thing, something that you can, now you have shown me one card, which is pigeon. Is there any similar other card?
So there are a lot of cards.
There's one with parrot that you've shared with me. Just share another one. Just show me the visual of another card.
Sir.
Right. I can also notice that you have tried to create a layout, which is good. So layout means that you have kept the information on the right, you have a title on the top, and you have an animal or a bird, right? So,
Yes,
right. So one suggestion could be that all the titles could follow one baseline, like the way we have in our notebooks, so that the baseline, they start from one line at the bottom, right? Second, I think you can, if possible, reduce text. Or for example, if you have 4 lines, you can try to reduce that to 2 lines, 2 sentences, or maybe 1 sentence. So the information can be very crisp, right? In few words, that can also be done. These are few improvements that you can make. so that your game becomes better.
Okay, sir.
Right? Do you have any questions?
No, sir.
Right. I think it's a good effort. As you said that you're working individually, I think it's a very good effort. A round of applause from my end, from all the participants. It's a great effort, and continue with this. All the very best.
Thank you, sir.
So now I think we can. There are a few teams Team Mosambi.
Good evening, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm from Team Mosambi. I'm here to give 5 cards. Each card 5 cards. The first card here is the seat. Then the second card is the unripe Mosambi. Third card is the ripe Mosambi.
Could you bring them a little closer to the camera?
Fourth card is the infected Mosambi, and fifth card is the damaged Mosambi. So we'll distribute these cards among the 5 team players, and each player will get 5 cards, and the game starts. The first member will pass the card to the second, which card he thinks is not useful for him, and the second one to the third to the fourth member, fourth to fifth, and fifth again to the first. This process will go on until one member gets all the similar cards. Means it could be all the seeds, or it could be all the unripe Mosambis. It could be all the ripe Mosambis. It could be all the infected Mosambis, or it could be all the damaged Mosambis. So the one who will get all the similar cards of all similar stages will win the game. Thank you, sir.
Right. So which means that I, as a player, I need
sir.
to collect the entire sequence from the first card till the last one, right?
Sir, you'll win the game if you have all the cards of similar stages. Like you should have all the seeds or
Right.
all the unripe Mosambis.
Right.
Yes.
Is there any other way of playing the game? Like this is one that you have.
So we can arrange it. The one person to win the game should have the seed, the unripe Mosambi, the ripe Mosambi, infected Mosambi, and the damaged Mosambi. The one who will have all these will win the game.
Right. So have you played any card game before?
No, sir, I haven't played any card game. This is the first time I have developed and even played the game.
So what kind of games do you play?
Sir, in this game, I learned about the life cycle of Mosambi, and we all the 5 teammates played it together.
Right. I'm asking that before. What kind of games do you play?
So I usually play outdoor games like badminton, and I have once played handball, such kind of games.
Right. So 5 of the team members have worked on this. And I think in terms of the quality of the drawings that you have created, I think I must appreciate, right? It's a good work.
Thank you, sir.
I do feel it's a simple idea. I do feel there could be variety in terms of cards. One. Second, there could also be some permutation combination of the gameplay. So, for example, the playing cards that we have, the entire deck, we have, and there are many games that can be created out of those decks.
Yes, sir.
So one is numbers and one is colors, and yesterday we were discussing about different gameplays that are you can play with playing cards. Yes. So I think that's something as an expectation from your group is definitely there.
Oh.
Right? Any doubts? Anything you want to ask?
No, thank you.
So good effort. So a round of applause from our side and from all the students, and wishing you all the best. Now you have definitely raised our expectations, right? With what we have done and what, as I shared, and I'll just reiterate, we are looking for more variety of cards and think of more ways of playing the game,
Okay, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
All,
We'll
the,
try
all
our
the
best.
very best. All the very
Thank-
best.
Thank you.
So next, Team Khajur.
Good evening, everyone. This is Swastika and Shreya from Team Khajur, and today we'll be introducing you to our brand new card game, which is about the advantages and the benefits of the various fruits of summer and winters. In this game, we have prepared several cards, total 16 cards in all, and the cards which look like this from the behind, and these from the inside. We have prepared total 16 cards. It has some summer with vegetables and summer fruits, and some winter vegetables and winter fruits. So for how to play the game, my mate Shreya will tell you.
So we have 4 cards of each fruit and vegetable from both the seasons. What we have to do is the cards will be divided to 4 players each. Of 4 cards will be divided. Like there is summer fruit like kafal, and I have to make all the cards of summer. We have to collect all the cards of summer fruits. So she has two vegetables of summer and 1 vegetable of winter and 1 vegetable of the fruit of winter. So she want to make of summer. So she will pass the unnecessary card to me, and then the game will go on. The one who will first make all the cards of a specific fruit or vegetable first will win the game.
Right. So basically there are seasons, right?
Yeah.
And you have fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
So who is going to be the winner? Who will collect what type of cards?
Specifically, there are 16 cards made of all the seasons, like winter and summer. In winters, 2 categories are there: fruits and vegetables, and also summer. And summer is also the same as it. So each team, first of all, will be just shuffling the cards and keeping them from this side, from the outer side, and we have to pick at least 4 cards. Each person, 4 persons will be playing, and each person has to pick at least 4 cards. So whatever cards he or she will be getting, he should not tell anyone, his opponent, what card he has got. So for example, I've got 2 summer vegetables card, 1 winter fruit card, and 1 winter vegetable card. So I have most number of cards. I have a summer vegetable. For example, I have 2 summer vegetable cards. So I have to pass on the unnecessary card, which is winter fruit card. I can just pass it to her, and she has to give it to the next, and the next one will give it to me. If I get 1 more of summer vegetable, means then I have 3 cards. So like this, like following these instructions, I have to make a pair of 4 of summer vegetables, and whosoever gets makes a pair of these first wins the game.
Right. Could I look at one of the cards in detail?
Yes, sir.
Just show it on the camera.
This is the summer vegetable card.
It contains
Right.
all the benefits of the fruit or vegetable which is present on the card.
Right. Okay. And the
And
back
this-
side?
And the back side is this. It says healthy and healthy out, along with all the fruits, vegetables.
Right. So far, I think very good work. Who did the drawing, the coloring?
So we both were there, and more of team members were there.
Right. I think great work in terms of putting it
Thanks,
together. Now, what do you think? What can be done so that it becomes more challenging as a game? And also any other suggestion which you feel that there's some scope of addition or improvement in your game?
So they can be, as we have written all the advantages of the game, we have to, first of all, when we eat something, we just look for what is in that thing. Like, for example, we see the calories and all the track of this, but naturally the vegetables and fruits, they're really healthy. So we get to know about what is in there. Like, for example, there's capsicum. It improves the metabolism and cures all the deficiency and relieves the pain in terms of a lot of deficiency. So if we just like get the information about it. If we eat the particular fruit or vegetable more, we
learn something
learn
about
everything. Yes,
about any specific fruit or vegetable by just playing the game.
Right. So how would you make sure that the players are reading the benefits of fruits and vegetables? They can decide not to read it.
No, sir. They have what they have to do. If they do the particular, if they collect the pair of cards, for example, all the summer vegetable card, it has total 4 of the advantages. So what they have to do, if there are a total 4 of the cards, he has to take at least from all the 4 cards. For example, there are chili, there are chili and brinjal, capsicum. So there can be total 12 advantages. So he has to take at least 3 advantages and he has to, whoever wins, he has to tell about it and at least like learn it in his or her head in 10 seconds and tell what were the benefits of it.
So do include this particular feature.
Yes, sir.
Of maybe it could be a guess, that you have to guess or remember, right? Not to forget.
Yes,
So
sir.
something of what you have just mentioned should be part of the gameplay.
Yes, sir.
Right? So that they are able to remember the information.
Yes, sir.
It could also be that what were the 4 points? Just show one of the cards. The benefits. Right. So for example, the questions, there could be question cards as well.
Yes,
right?
They can be question
So you
cards.
can create question cards. So if you do not know about the fruits that you have, for example, I'm just giving an example, then one has to let go of that card.
Yes, sir.
Right. So in a way, there should be some difficulty and that can be created through questions, right? Or there could be a wild card in between, like we have Joker or other cards that we have in different games. So that wild card could be a question that one has to answer. And if you do not know the answer, then you may have to let go of that card.
Yes, sir.
Right. So something of that sort you have to include. Right. And let me share with everyone, you will be playing the game and creating a video.
Yes, sir.
And through a video, you will explain that how game works, how the gameplay works, right? How one can become a winner, right? And before that, obviously, you will design the game first. So you'll complete the game. All right. So what do you think, how you'll be able to do that? Add more cards, maybe question cards or something, give a good name to it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And do
Yes,
play
sir.
the game. Do play. I'm sure you have done that. So do play the game and that will really make it, you'll be able to refine it further.
Yes, so we surely do it. It actually contains the mostly the local fruits are there. Local fruits and vegetables are there, which are grown in winters and summers. So that is also a type of challenge to learn the local fruits and names to get information of it.
Right. So are all the cards green? Or there are different colors?
No, sir. The
Base
background of the cards are green,
Right.
and we have used white for the base.
No, beautiful work. I think it's very well done in terms of the colors and the neatness on your cards.
Thank you.
So, commendable work, Team Khajur, and looking forward to additions to your game by the next session.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So now we can have Team Sitafal.
Good evening, sir.
Yes. Right. I'm unable to see anything on my screen.
Yes, sir.
Could you switch? Yeah, now I can.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes. What's your name?
So So my name.
I think there's maybe there's a low connectivity. It could be an internet issue, right? So let's look at
Yes, sir.
look at your work.
So my name is Ira Ali of class 7A. I am from Team Sitapal.
Right.
So there's my team partner. His name is Tanish. Tanish, can you please mute?
Yes.
Right. Right. Hi, Tanish. So let's look
Yes,
at what you have created so far.
So he will show you the cards and its properties, and then I will tell you how to play this.
Sure.
So please start. Tanish.
All right. So I'm waiting for Tanish. Yes, you may start. Yes, Tanish.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are sharing the game, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, I am audible.
Yes, you're audible.
So I have created a game on the characters of Marvel characters, which movies are too much famous. So I have make a cards on these characters like this, and they have their superpowers, and these superpowers tell that what you have to do.
Okay. Could you explain one of
Like
the
we would, if
one of
we
the
would
car-
take our best hero Iron Man, he has a yes, sir, I'm explaining. So, like, there is a villain Venom. It has the power of immortal. So, superpowers tell that if you want to be immortal, so you have to eat the food according to the four principle of food. And like, there is a card of Spider-Man. Yes, it is the power of flexibility. So, it tells that if you want to be flexible, so you have to do yoga daily. So,
Right.
like this, I have created the game. Like Deadpool also, it has the power of regeneration and immortal. So we have to eat food according to the four principle of food, and we should play outside,
right?
not the games like in mobiles like this.
Right. Interesting idea. So your team member. So would she like to add something?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You want to add something to what Tanish has shared?
No, sir, he has made very beautifully, and he has done a very unique idea. I don't want to add anything, but I want to tell you how to play the game.
Right. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
Right. So, in terms of, working on this, how you can work on this? So you can work on this in
Yes, sir.
terms of, adding more cards, right? It could be characters, right? For example, it could also be one is the characters from movies that you've already added, right? And either we can have all the characters, such characters. Another idea could also be including professions, right? So for example, different professions need different kind of skills, and different fruits and vegetables can help. So for example, maybe a detective would need different kind of food. A wrestler would need something else. A runner would require something else. So it's a good approach. I like the idea. So I like the idea, but definitely I think in terms of more cards, I think professions will be really helpful, and even some famous personalities. if there is a famous policeman, right, IPS officer, or a sports person,
Sir,
right?
Neeraj Chopra.
So, or yes, so all the famous players can also become, with your superheroes. Either keep all the superheroes or add more superheroes, right? And
Yes,
you
sir,
can
I
add, maybe you can add more Marvel heroes, more DC. So we have.
There is more like Black Widow, Vision.
Right, and accordingly relate with them. And one is also defining that what kind of. So could you define what kind of fruit I should eat? So for that you need to know that if I eat a particular fruit, that fruit gives me a particular nutrient, and that nutrient helps my muscles because I get that strength in my muscles, right? So you have to do a little more research, and rather than general answers, there should be specific fruits that I should eat. So then I can relate that I eat apple. Apple gives me this kind of strength, and it makes my eyes better, right? And because it makes my eyes better, so maybe I can, so that's why vision has a good vision. So just giving a hypothetical example, right? Or that's why Hulk is so powerful. So this kind of relation you have to build. Are you clear? Are you able to understand? But I like the idea of having characters and relating them with the strength, with fruits, or with yoga. I think very, very good connection. I like the connection that you have built.
Yes.
Right?
Thank you so much.
Take it further, develop more cards, and also be very specific that apple relates to this strength relates to a character, and this character is very strong because of this, right? So how is someone going to win the game?
Sir, like I have make their points also according to their strengths. Sir, you are able to see?
Right. I can see the points.
So like our hero Iron Man is all around. He is powerful, he is intelligent, and he is also worthy that you have seen the hammer of Thor. So he is also worthy to take the hammer of Thor in his hand. So like that, I have given his point to be 1 lakh, and its range is around 10,000 to 1 lakh. So if someone has more points, so he would win. But what is written in his superpower, he has to follow that also.
Right. So what I need from you is work on the game. One is definitely the points. How this fruits, maybe if I have a fruit, I can pick up the character. There has to be a relation that by how other cards will be used. So having fruits cards or having exercise cards will also be helpful, right?
Yes, sir.
So figure out
So
how.
we have also taken a.
So yes. So figure out how other cards are going to be part of the play. Yes, you were sharing something?
Yes, sir. So like the
Can't hear you.
yes, sir.
We have also named this game Waterfall Gameplay.
Okay. Right, but for some reason I can't see your screen. All right, I think I'll pass it now. But I think good work, very good work. All right, good work with this.
Thank you.
So whatever ideas that you have, more ideas you have, keep developing them. Okay, keep developing them. Make sure there's a play and every card is useful. Right? Good.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Good,
sir.
very good. I like
Thank
the
you so much,
connections made by all of you, both of you. So now, Team Kafel.
Good evening, sir. I am Utkarsh Singh of class 6th A. I have made 20 cards. To 4 players can play this game. So it has 4 diseases like night blindness. It caused due to deficiency of vitamin A, dermatitis. It caused due to deficiency of fat, scurvy. It caused due to deficiency of vitamin C, and beriberi. It caused due to deficiency of vitamin B1. Now, sir, first we will divide, sir, 4 diseases among 4 players. Then we will divide cards. So in this game, one could win the game by achieving all those cards, the fruit that are rich in. Like in vitamin A, carrots are rich. There are there should be 4 cards of carrot to win the game. Like this night blindness, the player which is having night blindness disease having 3 carrots and 1 lemon. So he would like to pass lemon. The player having dermatitis disease would like to pass lemon again. The player having beriberi disease would like to pass peas, and the player having scurvy disease, if he will pass his carrot to the player having night blindness, then the player having night blindness will won, because he have all those 4 cards which are rich in vitamin A, and night blindness caused due to deficiency of vitamin A. So the player having night blindness will won.
Right, right. I like your idea. And I also like the way you have calligraphed and written, all the carrot, coconut. It's very well done. For you, one thing is definite, that you have to make more such cards. So you need to develop more, relate a disease and a fruit, right?
Okay, sir.
It will be good also to know if you can also find out, the quantity. Like the quantity right now is 4 carrots, right? Or even if you can mention a fact like, this much of vitamin A is required on a daily
Okay,
basis,
sir.
right? So if you can find out some information, like we eat certain kind of food, and how much vitamin A, how much fat, or how much something else is required. So do write that information in 1 or 2 sentences,
Okay, sir.
right? So for example, if it is night blindness, and it's written that you require vitamin A, and this much of vitamin A on a daily basis is required. So such information will be also helpful for someone to know that I really need to eat carrot, right? Or something else. So for you, just adding this line and adding more diseases and their cure in terms of vegetables or fruits is what I think you can go ahead with. Very neat work.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right. Good team Kafal. Very good. So we'll now move on to team Ananas.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, my camera isn't working, so is it okay if I present myself with a switched off camera?
Okay, but I would not be able to see anything.
Sir, actually, we have not made the card game yet because our exams are also going on and we have a lot of pressure on our head.
All right.
But I have partially completed, and I'll try to complete it by today itself and send it on the mail.
All right.
So the idea we have for the card game is that we have 5 stages for growing of a pineapple. So every stage has been drawn on 6 cards. So we have 6 cards of the same stage, and every card of the stage is of different color. Like what I'm thinking to colors are like blue, pink, purple, green, orange, and yellow. And also every card will also have a particular number. Like every set of the card will have a particular number from 1 to 6. So we have 30 cards in total. So the host will start the game by distributing 1 card to every player. And now the host will just start putting cards in the center of the table, one after the another. And the players will have to be alert enough to know what card that host is putting on the table. So like if I have a pink colored number 1 card, then I'll collect 3 other cards, one with the same stage as the original one I got in the starting, one with the same color as the original card, and one with the same number of the original card. The person who will collect all the cards first will win the game.
All right. I think once you develop it, so I'll be able to understand it better, right? So you do have your team members with you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Right. So work together. I think you'll be able to complete it before within the deadline, right?
Yes.
We are going to have another session when we will look at the feedback and the guidance given to everyone. In the next session, we'll look at that improvements that you have done. In your case, try to complete it, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
whatever feedback and guidance we are giving to others, and if you think that is applicable for you, so please do that as well, right?
Okay.
So try to create a lot of variety, try to create good visuals, good graphics, good drawings. All right. So all the best, Team Ananas.
Thank you, sir.
So next we will look at Team Anjeer. Yes, Team Anjeer.
Good evening, sir.
Yes.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Yes. Have you? Yes. What's your name? Alankita.
Sir, my name is Alankita. Yes, sir. Sir, sorry. Sir, yesterday I have also given my idea, but sir, yesterday you have said that I have to work on the concept, benefits, and the nutrition that we gain from the food. Sir, tomorrow is my that's why I have not prepared the cards. But sir, I have prepared the idea, so I want to need the permission to present the idea.
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. So, sir, basically, the name of my game is the supermarket. Sir, in this game, we have to focus on three main sections: the concept, the memory of the game of the player, and sir, the benefits. So, in this game, there are 4 to 5 players. Each player will get a credit card. And each player will get 7 to 8 cards. So in this game, they will get a shopping list. In that list, they have to write the required material that they want from the supermarket. And so in each card, there's a photo or there's a picture of the food or vegetable. And so on the other side, so there will be written the benefits, the nutrition obtained from that food, and many sorry, sir. Yes, sir. On the other hand, on the other side of the card, there will be the benefits and the nutrition obtained from the food. So the player that is playing, each have to read that benefits and the nutrition and remember it for the upcoming stages. So on the other hand of this game, there will be a player who plays the role of selecting the cards for other one. So like they have to place the cards on the table. Like one hand, there will be written some benefits of that food. On the other hand, they have the food. So on the other hand, the player will not show which fruit or vegetable is that, and the benefit will only display. The player that needs the food has to remember the benefits and the nutrition. Anything can be written on that card, but they have to remember the benefits and the nutrition. If they got the required material right, then they will put a tick inside of in that shopping list. Who the player who will take the numbers of food, who will take the many numbers of food, he or she will win the game.
All right. I think start developing it. Your team, I think I did get a message from Arush. Arush said that he has worked on a card game. So from your team, Anjeer only.
Yes, sir.
Right? Is Arush here? So Alankrita, do work on, so all the best, work on this idea that you have shared with me. All right. And try to make it in a lot of detail. Right? As much as details you can. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
All right. So next we have is team Kamrak, Kavya, and I think there's another team member. Yes.
Yes, good evening, sir. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you're audible. Yes.
So Team Kamrak has prepared a game which is live or die. So I would like to just have a minute and I'll turn on the back camera and I'll show you what cards we have. So these are the cards that I have prepared, and the other members of my team have also prepared different cards. Classify the food, which so to tell how the living food benefits us and how the dead food is harmful for our body. And also, I would like to share that the other team members have also prepared. So if they are also showing the respective cards on their
Right. So these cards, how to use these cards? Kavya?
Yes, so we have used these cards, like altogether we have prepared 25 cards, out of which 10 are the living foods and 10 are the dead foods. And the rest 5 are these which are on my screen, the 0 point cards and the disease card, which says that you need to take rest. So in this game, what we are supposed to do, like we'll be dividing the cards among us, 5 to each member, and we are just we need to take the cards.
Can't hear you.
So may I continue?
Are you from the same team? Yes, you may continue.
Yes, sir, I'm from Team Kamrak.
Yes.
So there are in total 25 cards. 10 out of those are dead food cards, 10 are living food cards, and the rest 5 are 0 cards, and there is a disease card. So the disease card says that you need to rest and you are eliminated from the game.
Okay. What was the last thing you shared? That I missed out the last sentence. Just repeat it.
So there is no bondage of players. Any number of players can play it. So like each of us will be picking a card one by one. The person who gets the living food card will be getting 5 points. The person who picks up a dead food card will get -1 point. Means 1 point will be reduced from his points. And the person who gets 0 card, it means no points will be given. And the person who gets disease card, it means he or she is eliminated at the first round. So like as in every point, in every round, one person will get eliminated. And the winning strategy of this game is like the person who remains till the end of the game and has the maximum points, he or she is going to win the game.
Right. So how many cards have you prepared so far?
So 25 cards in total.
25. So I think try to cross 40 and 50 will be a good number if you can.
Okay.
I did like the quality of the graphics, the 5 cards that you have shared with me, right? and maybe next time you can share all the cards together.
So I would like to show you the cards that I prepared.
Right.
These are the 5 living cards prepared by me, the team members.
Is there anything written on the back of these cards?
No, sir, not on the back. But we are thinking to add that picks up like and for any recipe that would be this. And if the person fails, so he will be getting -2 points.
Right. So I think, yes, some information can be used, and make sure it really benefits in terms of being more aware of the benefits of fruits and vegetables.
Yes.
I think the colors, and I think it's quite neat, and even the borders are done very well. So all the best. Looking for more numbers from Team Kamrak.
Okay, sir.
So good work.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, Kavya.
So actually, I lost my connection at that time. I would like to add one point here. Like, we are giving +5 points for the living food if a person gets the living food card. So we are trying to depict that if you eat the living food, you may increase 5 years of your lifespan. And if you would just eat the dead food, as we are giving -1 for the dead food card, so we are trying to depict that if you are eating the dead food, you may lose, God forbidden, you may lose 1 year of your lifespan.
So make life, the number of years, as something, it could be coins, could be something else, could be life cards, right? Life coins. So create these life coins, and you either collect these life coins, or you have to give it away based on what you get. All right. So someone with maximum life coins can become immortal, right? Or have a long life, or can win the game for sure.
Sure, sir. We'll definitely work on that.
Thank you.
All the best. All the best, Kavya and Team Kamrak.
Thank you so much, sir.
Good work. So we have Team Hisalu.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir. As here you have said to present it, as you have said to present 2 or 3 types of work. I have presented one of them, which is the life cycle of a pea plant. And here it has been depicted as a character, and it has also have thoughts on it. And the card game is being done by other member of our team. So here's the sim.
Right. So could you just read what you have written?
I want, as a plant, as the pea seed is saying, I want water. And the paper say, here you go. And there is the pea starting to germinate. It said, I am up. And after that, it said how fast time grows. And after that, it says, I am ready to give you peace. And after that, the piece is taken out, and it is said that I am ready to eaten or being sown. And here's the life cycle goes round and round.
Right, very nice. Very, very creative way of depicting through dialogues. And do we have your other team member with the game?
So sorry, sir, but I don't have that much knowledge, but my team members shall have that much.
Right. All right. But good effort. What's your name?
Samayan.
Good work. Good, very neatly done, the entire illustrations. So with that, let me reiterate. So the entire activities that we have done. So the process is important. So all of you will submit all your assignments, right? It's part of the competition that all of you will submit all parts of the assignment, and yes, the final game design, and as the guidance given to all of you, make sure that you are able to add, like I've said, variety. To some I have said work on the drawing, colors, right, if there is more text. To some I have also asked to work on the gameplay, right, and to some I have asked to add more cards, right, or coins. So work on this feedback that I've given to all of you, right? And just imagine, how games are designed. So you yourself at this age are able to design a very good game that can really help in terms of becoming healthier, right? So you also have to see how you can bring that change. Like, for example, if you yourself are playing the game, would it really work for you? So would that information really work for you? So that should be the level of communication. The words that you write on it or the graphics that you create should be very impactful. Yes, Team Tendu. Any questions? Any questions?
Bolo.
All right. And okay, and I'm open to any questions. If you have any doubts, any questions, I've tried to cover almost
Sir?
all the things. Yes.
So we have to make video while playing the game.
Yes. So the first and foremost is completing the game. That is the first goal. Once you are done with the game, you can play the game and create a video that how engaging, how do you have fun and enjoyment while playing the game, right? Explaining the entire gameplay, and also in the end showing that how someone will lose the game or someone will win the game, whether there are multiple winners or there's a single winner, right? So so try to make a really nice video, and the video should not be very lengthy. It should be a small video, right? So could be 1 minute, 2 minutes, that's it. A small video is enough.
Okay, sir.
All right. So overall, I think great effort by all of you. I'm so happy that we discussed it yesterday. And the next day we have such amazing, colorful ideas of different games. And, you have to, all of you have to complete this and work on the refinements, and really looking forward to great ideas manifesting into real games. Team, so there was, I think someone raised the hand. Any questions? So last thing, which was also about the waste, right? Do consider waste management. We did cover this point in our first session, and see if how the waste from vegetables and fruits can be used as a compost, right? So if someone wants to think about adding some cards where waste management can be done, right? So one can consider that as well, right? So do include that also. And if someone has worked on dead food and living food, so what are the disadvantages or what are the negative aspects of processed food, right? So the processed food not only affect us, but the plastic that also affects Mother Earth, right? So that is another suggestion for all of you, and whoever feels that waste management can also be considered as part of the game can definitely do that, right? Which also means that different kind of waste, dry and wet waste, and so forth and so forth. Yes, there are a few hands. Hina Sharma.
Good evening, sir. I'm a mentor of Team Khajur. First of all, I would like to appreciate your effort and Nidhi ma'am's effort, as she's not there today. But I would appreciate your sessions are actually an eye opener. And for the kids, they're motivating. And even we are like doing brainstorming and all that. So I am loving this. Seriously, I'm loving this.
Right.
But I have few doubts about it. Our competition is about games. Like we have to design the concept of games, which will be further refined, or maybe some of our ideas being chosen. And next year we'll see that in the market, right?
Quite possible.
And the basic concept behind organizing this particular competition and taking this topic is we need to inculcate good healthy habits or eating habits, right?
Right.
So one more thing, like today our team has presented one game, but for the final day, is it like to carry on with this game, or we can have the other games too?
So mostly, if everyone works on one game, that game in itself become complete, right?
Okay.
So I will because I'm actually a designer, so I have designed games. So I would rather say that team should work on one game and complete it 100% in terms of the gameplay, colors, more number of cards, variety, right? Adding more fun elements, adding some surprise to the game. So I think within one game, it should be complete. And if that is done and all the requisites, all the requirements of the games are done, then one can definitely suggest more ideas. So it is open. Any team can have more than one idea for sure.
Okay, that was my point, because my team today worked for, of course, a game, and as you suggested, there can be improvisement as well. But they have designed few more games as well,
we can
covering
definitely
covering the other topics as well.
Yes.
So
yes.
that was my question. Thank you so much, sir, and your session are marvelous. I must appreciate. Kudos to you, both of you.
Thank you so much for encouraging us, and hopefully, I think the ideas that children have come up with are amazing, right? And I think I would like everyone to give a round of applause. And before that, I think Team Buranj, there's a question. Yes.
Yes, sir. We also have prepared a card game. Can we share it now?
Yes. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. This is Team Buranj. I'm Shagun. So today we will share our card game. So like our card game is like different. We get in different places. We get different type of fruit. So like this is the juicy oranges from Nagpur and the Nagpur, and also the advantages of oranges are written here. And we will also have the tokens, like this is a token of 2 or 1. The numbers are written on the tokens. So randomly a player will draw out a token, and whichever number will come, they will take that card. So like this is 10. So we will get a 10 number card, like this is juicy oranges. And there's also different type of conditions in which the fruits need to grow. Like this is the card of sunlight. So the sunlight is very necessary for the fruits to grow. And also in that some disadvantages are there, like we have the card for drought. So there is a lack of water. So the plants will not be able to grow. And we also have prepared a list. So we will write down the number of the cards, and the one card with the one player card which will get the most advantaged cards, like this is 0 degree to 1 Celsius. This is not a very good conditions for growing plants, but we have precipitation. So the player's plant, whose plant will grow healthy and will grow first, will win. And the one with the most disadvantaged cards like drought and also temperature, they will lose.
Right. I like the way you have connected, plantation conditions, and it's very, very well done. There's a good connection there. Now, when you develop the entire game, what you're going to do, you're going to make the visuals bigger in size. So there are two ways. One, you reduce the size of the card and make it like very easy to handle, right? Or you increase the visual if you want to keep the same size, right? Mostly our cards are small in size, so you can maintain a small size. Could be 2.5 into 4. So, but again, there's a freedom. I've seen few big cards also. So just make sure that the visual takes a lot of space on the card, the drawing that you create, and there should also always be a contrast. So contrast to see that the drawing is very, very visible, and contrasting colors, right? And even so, when you develop it further, right now it's a concept, but I like the concept, and definitely that further development is required. When you even make those small points, that small rectangles that you were sharing, make them out of a thicker paper, right? So that they look like, so that there is some weight to them, right? Even the cards. So make the cards thicker. So select a thicker sheet to create the final cards. All
Okay,
right.
sir.
I like the idea, and just add more cards and have more variety as for the final design, and make sure there is a lot of fun while playing it. All right. I think with that, there is one more. Last question I'll take from Team Tendu. Yes.
Namaskar, sir. A very good evening. So, sir, our card gameplay and everything, the rules and everything is done, except the sample of the card is yet done, but only the rest of the cards are not done. So, our game has 20 cards in total. Now, it has all the variety. It will have superfoods that are basically the wild cards of our game. It will have processed foods. It will have dry fruits, and of course, fruits and vegetables. Now we will, in each card, we will first show a photo or the visual of that food. Like suppose we have dragon fruit in our fruits category. So we will draw a dragon fruit. We will write the name. And now we will have three important factual information about that fruit. We will have first would be the energy level. So that would be like, suppose dragon fruit would be given 10 energy. Now it is the energy will also be lower in all the foods except the superfoods will have the maximum energy basically. So our superfoods will be, for example, apple, watermelon, tendu, etc. And the second information will be the vitamins that it has. For example, our team name tendu, it has vitamin A and C. And the third information of tendu is that it benefits our heart health and it is also rich in fiber. So these will be the three information on each card about each food. Now we will, there are two different ways of playing this game. First way is that we will have different rounds. Suppose the first round, we will go with the energy levels. Now we have distributed the cards among the players. Suppose we have 5 players. So the first, I have a card for Tendu only, and it has 11 of the energy. The next person has 10. So now the difference is that the other person, when the other person kept the card, so it is less. And if the person does not have any of the cards which has the energy level above 11, so they will put the at least the closest one, that would be 10. And so I will have 1 point. 11 minus 10 is 1. So I will get 1 point out of this. Now the third person, suppose it has 12. So now it will be -1 to the one other point to the third person. And this would be the first round. Now the second one would be vitamins. Suppose a food has great amount of vitamin A and a lesser amount of vitamin C. So all the vitamins are not mentioned. The only one which has great amount in huge amounts. So that would be mentioned. And now in the next round, it will go in the same way that I kept vitamin A and the other food has both vitamin A and vitamin B1, for example, in great amounts. So the first point would be given to the second person and not me. And then in the same way, it will have benefits. If a food has 2 benefits, the next one has 1, so the first person would win. Now this is the first way of playing the game, and we will go on with this in 3 rounds, like the vitamins, the energy level, and the benefits. Now the second way of playing this game is like we have even number of players. Suppose 8 players are there, so we will create 2 teams, team A and team B, with 4 players each. Now we will have all the cards decked up in the middle. Team A, for example, team A is sitting here and team B is here. We will have the cards in the center. Now, first of all, team A will pick a card, and now they will just, for example, if they know it, then they will ask a fact. For example, like the mango is the king of fruits, and the card that they picked out has mango on it. So they can simply ask question like which vitamin it has, what are the benefits of eating mango, and what are the energy level, and or simply if not these, that is an optional thing that they can ask a fact about it. And each teams will go on and on, like team A picked a card, team B will answer, team B will pick a card, team A will answer, and we will have a scoreboard for that, which is how we are going to win the game.
So who is going to maintain the scoreboard?
So suppose team A picked up the card, team B will answer the correct. Suppose team A picked out a card for dragon fruit, and they will ask the benefit of dragon fruit. So if they answered the correct benefit, if they will mention the correct benefit, then the team will get the point which answered the correct. And if in the next chance team A will pick a card, team B will not be able to answer, then team B will not get the point and team A will.
Right. So these points, are these points going to be some coins or cards? Are they accumulating cards, coins, or something else? So in terms of calculation, one player must collect, either accumulate a coin or a card, so that later you can count. All right. So that's one way of knowing that who won the game. Right. But I like the idea and you explained it very well. So really looking forward to this, the final design that you will prepare. And with this, I think we'll end the session. And I think within 1 day's time, it's a commendable effort. And I want everyone to clap for your team and for everyone. Let's have a round of applause. Let's have a round of applause. Commendable effort by each one of you. And continue with the same spirit, all the teams. And really looking forward to, really final design should be like the best designs of you. So give it all, right? Work as teams, all the very best. So with that, I think we'll end the session. Over to Setu team. Thank you so much.
So thank you, sir. It was a marvelous session. And also I would like to thank to all the participants for active participation. As you all are aware, next workshop is on 28th September from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. In this session, our panelists will be interacting with student review. See you all there. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye. Good evening.